What's up, family? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Christina Randall, shout out. All right, so you guys see me popping online. I'm on there spitting for the kingdom, giving some real life hard truths, and I'm doing my thing. God called me to do. So let's get into my childhood, right? Because I had a hard one, and a lot of us have. And I believe God puts us through hard times so we can learn, we can heal, and we can grow, right? And we are supposed to elevate the entire world around us and change things for the better, right? A lot of us have a lot of pain and trauma. And what I've learned is that the world is a wicked system. You know, there is a lower level deity that controls this entire realm, aka the devil, right? So let's get into it. My mom was a side piece, okay? My dad was married. He had a whole ass family himself. He had no intentions of leaving his family. And he had got my mom pregnant. And from my understanding, I wasn't the first child that she had. He had beat the first one out, so I would have had an older brother. My mom, from my understanding, got tired of the abuse and left, okay? So my dad wasn't really in my life, let's say that. And I would see him once a year. He paid child support. And my mom was on welfare, WIC, Section 8 housing, the whole shebang, all the things from the government. Okay, I did not have the best role model as a parent. You know, she was a manipulator. I believe she was a narcissist, and it was only about me. What can I get? What can I get out of the situation, right? And I'm about 5. She meets my stepdad, James, and my mom didn't have the best choice in men. She never healed her own issues, right? And, you know, he was a drug addict, alcoholic. He hit my mom on several occasions, some of which I'll talk about today. The first time I remember them getting into it, he had barreled his way into my mom's condo, and she had hit him over the head and fractured his skull open. My stepdad was a scary guy. Let's say that. I remember certain situations where my mom had a tendency of having guys over. I remember one time it was like 4 Cholo gangbangers. He had them stripped naked because he thought they stole some money from him. This is the type of man that she was dealing with. And I had a stepsister, and I don't know if he had went to prison at that time for some reason, but they got married, and I remember them getting married inside jail or prison, whatever it was, I don't remember. And he came back, and now the second time that I witnessed him put hands on her, they had my little sister, and I was about 8, and he had knocked the baby out of her arms. She was like in a carry set to get in the car. She wanted to leave. And he didn't want her to leave. Knocked the baby out. And I remember sitting there in fear because she's yelling. I mean, I'm 8 years old. This guy's 250 pounds. Big dude. Big personality, big voice. Yells a lot, screams. And he didn't want us to leave. And my mom was like, call the police. And and I remember sitting there as I'm crying. My mom's yelling at me, call the police, call the police. And he's like, do it. He had her in a head, like a headlock like this. And he's like, do it, I'll rip her fucking head off. And needs to say he went to prison after that again. And so I was forced to help my mom raise these kids that, you know, she continued. I had another sister after that one. And my life was really hard, right? And I talk about this in some of my videos, where I was forced to basically be an adult. And but the important lesson here is that, you know, I talk about these things from a place of strength and not victim mentality. Yes, they happened. Yes, they sucked. Yes, it was hard. But like in these cases, like you could be like poor me your whole life, or you could take them, feel them, and learn to grow and not be that same person, because you have a path that you can choose to take. At some point early on in your life, you're the victim, and then you transition to the place where now the power is in your hands to change things. And I was going down the wrong path, and I chose to turn it around, right? So, what else about my childhood? Oh yeah, I mean, I'd see my dad once a year. My real father actually shot himself in the head January 2024. He killed himself. But I didn't really know him. He's a bad man. I felt, sometimes people have caused a lot of damage to the people around them, and it's not. I don't feel bad. I'm not shy to admit that. I don't feel bad at all. I was getting picked on at school one day, and my mom wanted him to teach me like self-defense. And I don't know, maybe I was in the 4th or 5th grade. This guy socked me in the chest. So like these are some of my experiences with the men around me. Now, the way I feel, the way I am as a leader, I don't hit my kids, and I became the man that I needed growing up. So I'm, like I said, I'm honest with myself and others around me. It's like, what do I admire? I admire men that are kind, they're loving, they're generous, they're fierce protectors of their family. My kids are not afraid of me. They love me. I want to explain things to you and help you understand why, because that was a big piece on what I was missing in my life. I want to explain it to you and help you understand why we do things. And I, like when I talk to my son, and he because he's 5 and wants things done his way, right? And I take the time and stop him, slow him down. I'm like, hey, no, we don't do it like that. I'm like, you don't see me yelling at your mommy, So if I don't do that, what makes you think you can do that, right? Lead, motivate, inspire. And there was like other things that I talk about too. Is as I get older, I'm really like clashing with my mom because she wants to tell me what to do rather than embodying the teachers. So the teachings that she wants to do what I say. I fucking hate people like that. Do what I say because I'm in charge. I'm the parent. Yeah, motherfucker, but your fucking life is wrong. Fuck you. I'm not listening to you. And that translated to later life, right? If you don't have the life that I want, body, marriage, money, like, why would I listen to you? So, and I recently found God, right? So the way I feel internally, that's why it makes it so much easier to have a relationship with the Father, because internally, I'm a good man. Internally, I have high integrity. Internally, I have a high honor, and I want to do the right thing. And it feels like, a lot of people try to pull us down. And what I realize now as an adult is like the world is very spiritual. There's a spiritual war going on, and I thought the idea was God was silly, and I'm like, how could he have us play this sick fucking game if he's real? Like, why would he all want us to hurt and this and that? But now I understand the world for what it is. This is a training ground. This is a training ground. You have all these, what do you call them, sins, or you have all these things, these wicked systems, and it's like we're supposed to learn from this place, so we're supposed to actually hit like a point of self-actualization and self-transcendence, right? So I operate from the highest level emotions humans can. I only experience, I choose to experience love and gratitude for every situation. Now that's a 5D level of consciousness, where most people are operating in 3D. Me, my life sucks, you hurt me, I gotta hurt you back. Me, I'm just like, no, if it doesn't come from a place of love, it ain't coming from me. You want to be hurt, angry, you can choose to be over there. No matter what situations, I'm like, I always choose peace, love, and gratitude. Unless I get put in a situation where I can't, then it's going to get escalated to a level that most people don't want. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, hard childhood. Mom would, bring guys over, and I've caught her several times sleeping with other men. Just a very user, So, I didn't have the best examples. People were very mean to me my whole life. and I didn't understand why. But the thing is, what I noticed is like the generational curse breakers, the chosen people, God's chosen people, we will be misunderstood. You're not alone. You're like, what I believe is God puts angels here in families to give them opportunities to turn it around, to change things, to fix themselves. And when I notice a lot of people turn away from God, right? I had, just trying to learn religion, and religion is a big one. You're handed down a set of beliefs, and I never understood that. Just fucking believe. Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior. No, motherfucker, tell me, show me with your example. Jesus says, follow me. Y'all not living the lies y'all talk about, and now I understand it completely. Like, my grandma would drag me to Jehovah's Witness. I've been baptized by more Christian churches than I can count. Like, these people are broken and fragmented, and I'm like, you hear like the path to heaven is narrow, right? And I understand it now. I walk with God for real. And the Bible is a basic instruction before leaving Earth. I don't know if you heard me say it, but yeah, it's like this is a book you have to decipher, and it's like when you meet the Creator, you can't tell him, I was told by so and so. It's heavy. You can't talk to God like that. I did this because I was told. God's gonna be like, he gave you free will, right? And you have to make a decision, and he's gonna judge your heart. And my thing is, I hit a point in my life where I was I'm like, I'm prepared to meet my Creator and answer for anything that I've done. You mean to tell me you're prepared to answer to your Creator for anything you've done? You sinner. I'm like, yeah, I can. I will. Like that meme. You did that? Yeah, I did. But yeah, that was just some of my upbringing. I wasn't the smartest kid in the world. But I mean, if you can't tell, I'm determined. I realize, like, life is hard, but I can't stay there. That's a big thing. You will be hurt, but you cannot stay there. If you do, your life is going to be wrecked forever. Your exterior world, the things around you, is a direct reflection on how you think and feel inside. Okay? And I'm like, my life is beautiful, no matter what. My life's a movie, like, I know what I'm here to do. I'm on divine assignment. This is what God told me to speak to you about today. My life was fucking hard. I chose it to turn the fuck around. So you guys stay tuned for the second video. We'll talk about me going to the army. Peace.